Three, two, one, action! What's up, my cowboys, cowgirls, and cow people? In today's video, I'm going to be both redesigning and reviewing High Guardian Spice, which, if you're watching this video, yeah. So, to start off, my review. I've watched episodes 1 through 8 and got so bored on episode 8 that I couldn't continue watching. It's just really not it for me. My honest review, I can't really defend it. It's out of 10, I'm gonna have to give it like a 5, a 4. Like, I don't want to be too harsh and say, well, the show is absolute trash, but it was just not very well executed. But I say that about almost all things. But either way, it wasn't very well executed. Of course, the main things being diversity. I can see what they were going for, but some of the scenes and some of the phrases and the way they would speak would be so unnatural and awkward. And I'm sure we all know about the I'm transgender scene, which I feel like could have been done a lot better if they wanted to represent that sort of thing. It felt awkward. So many points throughout the show, and all the LGBT relationships were so awkward to me. Like, I've seen other shows that have executed those things in a more actual real feeling manner, if you could explain it. Like, it felt more real in those shows than it did here. And here it was just like, look, they're gay, look at them, they're being gay, you like that, don't you? Like, taunting it at us and over again, just these very over, is it overly dramatized? I wouldn't say overly, it's just so there in your face, it doesn't feel natural, and it's very awkward. And some of the relationships in the show feel weird to me. Like, they don't feel real. Like, Rosemary and Sage. From the beginning of the show, I thought, oh, the two main leads are into each other. Like, I thought that was what the show was about. Like, they like. I did think the show was about them liking each other and going on an adventure together, but that was not the case. So it felt very weird when Rosemary had a crush on that one dude. But yeah, we can't really say much. But I'm not here to really harp on the show as a whole. The review is more of a review sense than the design sense. I'm going to be reviewing their designs. It's kind of confusing, but yeah. I did not like the designs. They are eye-catching, but eyesore. They're eyesores, but they're somewhat eye-catching. Like, they're bright. They've each got their own color palette, but they're so fucking ugly. Jesus. Every time, like, one of the characters would come on screen, it's either bright pink or very bland, and there's no in between. And I get one of your characters, the main characters, be like noticeable and having those complex silhouettes. This no, it's so they're they're colored. The colors of the characters don't match their name, and I mean, yeah, it's inspired by other stuff. Uh, it's just not good design. I feel like they they looked at Steven Universe and looked at Madoka Magica and said, "What if we put these two together and made it really gay?" That was the feel I got from the show throughout the entire thing. Conflict solved through words, gay representation done poorly. Like, that's it. Took those aspects of Steven Universe, looked at Madoka Magica and said, "You like magical girls, huh?" Took those aspects of Madoka Magica, mixed it together, and that's what this show is. And I forgot the name of it. It's such a forgetful show. Like, nothing really sticks with you in the show. So yeah, my first redesign will be on Rosemary. And I decided to, instead of have her be this is just a weird bright pink thing, I decided to make her into a knight, base her design off of the sword, and use elements of her mother's design in her new, well, redesigned design. I'm not gonna say fix, because that's not right, but in the redesign that I did, I decided to make her more based off a knight and her mother, like I said before. And I feel like it turned out a lot better. After I messed around with the colors for a bit, I did have difficulty with it, but yeah, that's what I decided to make her design on. I feel like in the show, her design doesn't really match her. There's a lot of emphasis on her wanting to see her mother again, wanting to be like her mother, following in her mother's footsteps, carrying on that legacy. So I feel like her designs just sort of reflect that, but also have her own personal feel to it. So she's got that armor look, but she's still wearing the dress with the frilly clothes and the brighter personality, I would say. Like, I feel like her design should really reflect that rather than what it currently is, where it just looks like adventuring magical girl versus girl who desperately wants to live up to her mother's legacy and find her again. Like, I feel like that's the kind of change I wanted to make to the design. So, like, merge those two parts of herself to create a better representation of her personality. Like, I feel like the design says a lot about a character. Like, having her design reflect her desire to want to be like her mom and want to find her mom, and like having the ribbon be a part of her mother's scarf. I feel like all those tiny little details could really bring more out about a character through story rather than just outright saying it. Like, you could look at a character and say, oh wow, this character is based off this, so like she really wants to be like her mom, so she somewhat looks like her mom, but she's still her own person. I feel like that was a good choice that I made there. Moving on to probably one of the most boring designs to come out of this show. When I say boring, I mean absolutely boring to look at. We have Sage. And I feel like with how all the other characters look, her design is the most lackluster. Like, she is severely lacking in the design department. And I don't know why, because I feel like they could have done a lot more with her storyline of only using old magic, being influenced by old magic, and how her mother sort of prohibits her from using new magic. I feel like they could have really played into that with her design, but they gave her this really bland. What was the name of that one anime? The witch one? Oh, right. She looks like she would be a background student in Little Witch Academia with that outfit. And it's just so basic. Like, it in Little Witch Academia works because it's a school uniform and they're all wearing that, but here, in her outfit where she uses to go to battle, I feel like it's so plain and boring compared to everyone else's. So I decided to play on that kind of old-timey part, looked up a few references to older witch outfits or older outfits in general. I feel like, that would suit her a lot better and it would play into her story of not really adapting to new magic yet. I feel like that'd be a really cool thing to represent in her design. The witch hat stays, of course. I'll keep the witch hat there. But like, have the dress look more old-fashioned rather than what it is now, which is just a blue gown. Like, and yeah, I think that it shouldn't be so plain. I don't know why it was made so plain. I feel like they've had a lot of potential with some of these characters and to making not intricate but better looking like outfits. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but they had the potential to make this show really good, and they missed every chance they had. So yeah, in her design, I decided to change her hair, give her two braids rather than one to give her a more kind of nerdy look, I guess you could call it. And I decided to give her more accessories, like a nice ribbon. I decided to make her shoes look more like witchier shoes, like with the buckle and all. And she's very academically driven, so I feel like still having it look like somewhat of a uniform would have been the best choice to make here. So yeah, that's what I decided to do for Sage's redesign. And finally, arriving to my favorite redesign, Parsley. Parsley's outfit in the show makes absolutely no sense to me. I did not understand any of the creative choices, no matter how much I tried to look for answers. So, in my redesign, I took a couple creative liberties in what I decided to change. I decided to give her a more blacksmith type outfit since that is her whole character. That is just all the information from her, aside from that kind of edgy episode. Well, not edgy, that kind of sad episode where found out her family was just using her as a babysitter or like a third parent. But aside from that, I decided to give her a more blacksmith outfit. That would make more sense. Give her those gloves, a nice apron over her clothes. Give her more, cover her body more rather than she still has shorts on, but she's leggings under. And my favorite part of this redesign, I gave her a metal leg. Why did I do that? I don't know. I thought it would be cool. Blacksmith, she works with metal all the time. She'd make herself a prosthetic. Had a little accident. That's okay. Just got a metal leg. And yeah, I give her a kind of off balance design to, kind of represent kind of off balance. She's a blacksmith, not too worried about physical appearance, more worried about getting the job done right. I feel like I could have done it a lot better, but I really am happy with her redesign the most. I feel like she actually looks like a blacksmith now. I also decided to keep her a dwarf because I love the idea of like dwarfs, elves, goblins. I should have made Sage a goblin now that I think about it. But aside from that, I decided to keep her a dwarf because I think that design element is really cool. And yeah, not much to say here aside from I really like this design and I'm very happy with how it came out. I can't speak right now. And now we arrive to the final redesign of the video. Goddamn, finally, this shit's taking me forever. Thyme or Thyme, of which I do not know how to pronounce, so the elf girl. Yeah. I decided to kind of change the design completely. I don't know why. The design in the show I didn't really like at all. And I don't know what my idea really was for her, aside from I wanted to make her look more regal, more give some more oomph to her personality. Big deal in making this. I decided to make her more like give her a reason to like speak less, keep things professional, make her more regal, make it more like I say little words, but each word has importance, like that kind of thing. Like she looks strong. She looks very powerful. That's kind of what I was going for. Like she's an archer. She's got steady aim. You better watch out. One shot, one kill. What'll make your type beat, kind of thing. Give her more of that kind of feel rather than what she currently has. And what she currently has isn't that bad, actually. Like compared to the other outfits, I'm less mad at this one, but I don't like it. But I like it the least. I don't like it the least. The other ones I hate more. That kind of thing. I know you know what I mean. So I decided to make her more, you know, more. There's not. I can't explain it, but just give her that feeling of I am powerful, way stronger than you. But I'm never going to brag about it because I don't have to brag for what I know is already real. That kind of feel. In the end, like the other designs, I feel like I could have done a lot better. It was already late at night when I was drawing this, so I was tired, but I can say that I am happy with it. Sort of, somewhat. Just any new design is better. And you, my good friend, have officially reached the end of the video. Now, of course, I've got two sets of redesigns. I have designs that are more similar to what's in the show currently, and designs that are based off the herbs flower, which I will show you now. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll try and upload more. Bye bye.